Hello everybody. Welcome to this virtual writer's room. Thanks for taking time out in your afternoon to be with us. So hello, you're beautiful in every way. I'm excited to be with you. And I just have a few things to tell you before we get started. So let me just tell you that stuff off the hop. So we're going to work today with timed writing periods, and we're going to use prompts. I'm just going to give you a couple of guidelines before we get started. They're very simple. Please let yourself write. Don't criticize it. Don't cross it out. Write and write and write. Allow yourself to see what comes out of your arm or out of your fingers without you putting too much of your conscious control on it. So this will bypass your internal critic and get things down, and then you can begin to work with them. And it's also a great way to access your freshest and first thought and allow those raw thoughts to be there in all their power. Whatever you write can be from your own life. It can be made up, whatever you like. So number one, let yourself write. Number two, use the prompt, don't marry it. And by that I mean, it'll take you where it takes you. It's just to get you started. The prompt is like a ticking clock. If I say Chicago is the prompt and you write about spaghetti, brilliant, okay? This ties us to the first rule. It just allows us to see what's inside. And that kind of freedom allows some of our shyer and more uncertain ideas to come out and see what's happening. So let yourself write, use your prompt, don't marry your prompt, and write for the whole time. Keep your pen or your fingers or your thumbs moving. And sometimes you get to a point where you think, I'm stuck, I don't have anything left to say. You can write that, I don't have anything left to say. Or you can write, one I like to use, what I really want to say is, and go from there. This method of keeping going is about blasting through resistances that you might encounter. So you have to be tougher than your will to give up. You have to write your way through that, okay? So use all the tools at your disposal, go for it. All right, those are the rules, or the rules is such a rough word, the general guidelines. So we're going to begin with what I call sprints. We're just going to do 3 quick sprints or 100-yard dashes to warm us up. So the first blast will be a 2-minute writing period. And this is your prompt. This prompt is courtesy of the incredible Haley McGee. And it is, get ready. You don't have to worry because, go. You don't have to worry because, go for it, 2 minutes. Okay, stop. Finish the sentence you're working on. Take a breath. Turn the page or drop down a few lines. Get set for blast. Number 2, you're moving on. You're not letting your brain get in the way. This is a 3-minute go, and your prompt is, I didn't lie, but I did. Your prompt is, I didn't lie, but I did go. Finish the sentence you're writing. I too am writing with you, so the circle is closed and we're all engaged in this together. So we're gonna have one more burst. Give yourself a little shake, a little drop down a couple of lines, get a new page, get yourself to a different state of mind. This one, you're gonna go a little longer. So you're gonna stretch out a little bit in your mind. And again, you're just gonna follow where your fingers or your pen lead you. I should have said too at the beginning, if you write poetry, great. If you write plays, great. Whatever form it takes, let it take that form. So we're gonna go this time for 10 minutes. Oh my God, how will I keep writing for that long? You will kill it. So, or maybe just do it brilliantly. So we got 10 minutes and here is the prompt. I remember what I saw so clearly. And again, I remember what I saw so clearly. Go for it. Finish the sentence you're writing, and bravo, you got there. So you wrote in total for more than 15 minutes, so good for you. You've already broken the back of this thing. Now we're going to step away and do something slightly different. It's all writing, right? We're going to create characters. And again, you're just going to go on instinct. Don't think too hard about it. Don't think too long about it. Just go with the prompt. So I'll give you a prompt. I'll give you a second to respond to it, and then I'll give you the next prompt. Okay? So you're going to create your first character, and here's how you're going to do it. You're going to write down a first name. Don't think about it, just write down a first name. And when you have written down a first name, write down a last name that goes with it. First name, last name. And now you're going to write a brief description of this person. So something, this is just an example. Fierce, tattooed, loves cats, scared of underground parking garages. So you want to pick out details that are vivid, that you find fun, so physical details, emotional details, mental details. Not too long, sentence. So fierce, tattooed, loves cats, scared of underground parking garages. As an example. And finally, you're going to write down something this character longs for. Make it something that is not easy to achieve, like I long for an ice cream. More, this character longs for respectability. This character longs for forgiveness. This character longs to be accepted. Give them something, a longing that's got some legs, let's say. So you write down a first name, a last name, a description, and what they long for. You're going to do that 2 more times. And so you will have created 3 characters. Okay? I'm going to time it at about 5 minutes from now. So maybe we don't need that much, but anyway, maybe I'll come see you at 4 minutes. Haha. First name, last name, physical description, something they long for. Okay. So now you're going to participate in an exercise that I've never done before, but I'm very excited about it. The BBC, I know, pretty impressive. The BBC this week or last week, I guess, posted an online archive of images from their from old television shows. So it's just images of the sets of old shows. And I looked at it and it's so amazing. Isn't that the juiciest thing ever? I'm mad for it. So now you're going to take two characters you just created, and they are both going to be in this environment, whatever this is to you. Oh my God, I just noticed that person's face in the doorway. How bizarre. Did he just show up? Anyway, so you have two characters, and you're just going to take, I'm going to say, 5 minutes, and you're just going to write a little scene between these two characters. Okay. And in the lines that these characters say, let them be affected by this environment. Let them be affected by this environment. Take 5 minutes and see where your brilliance takes you. Go for it. You got a minute to go. Just get to where you get to. Now we're going to look at a key component of theatrical writing, which is the monologue. And a monologue is a form that allows the character to speak directly to the audience, to tell the audience what is in their mind and in their heart, no holds barred. It's written in the first person, so when you write I, that is the voice of the character. Maybe the character is you in this monologue. Maybe it's one of the characters you made up. And monologues take us deep into a single person's struggle. They're trying to work out something, work out what they're going to do, work out what they've just seen, work out the next step they should take. So you can choose one of the characters you just created, and you can also choose to write in your own voice or a character you're interested in or something from the punk roommates, whatever. And you're going to write a monologue for this character. And in this monologue, this person is grappling with something they really long for, but in order to get it, they would have to do something that goes against their personal moral code. So they have to determine in this monologue, do they want it enough to go and do something that maybe is a little bit iffy in their mind or a lot iffy? So you're going to begin. If you need a prompt, you can take the prompt, why can't I just do it? And I'm going to give you 10 minutes. See if you can write yourself into the heart of the dilemma of this character. Go for it. You are at the end. I'm talking slowly, so you know, in case you're just finishing up, you can take a moment or two to get your character to the change or to the question at the end of the monologue. Something I think I want to leave you with before we move into the next part of the workshop is this idea of change. Plays are about changes. They're about how something transforms, how things transform, how people transform. And often when you're taught playwriting, or when you're taught characters and characters want something, and the question is, do they get it or do they not get it, right? And so you're operating on that idea. But there's also the thought that sometimes we get what we want, but it's not what we thought. Or we don't get what we want and we realize, oh my God, a good thing I didn't get that. You know, so look for that kind of complexity. It's not as simple as wanting something and getting it. That you're looking in writing less for resolve, less for, and that's how it worked out, although that's how fairy tales end, but you're looking for, and that's what changed. That's what was tough, tricky, so that you're looking always for the characters for ends of scenes rather than that the end of the scene resolve. You want the end of the scene to lift into the next scene. So ending scenes or sections on questions, notes of suspension, notes of uncertainty, pull readers and spectators more deeply into the story you're trying to tell. Life never quite resolves in the way we think it's going to, right? I don't want to say goodbye. I have had such a beautiful time. Thank you for everything. Keep writing. You'll get some more prompts from us later. Thank you for everything you gave today. And be well, stay safe, stay healthy.